Hi everyone, thank you and welcome back to my channel. Sorry I didn't have time to update. I was quite busy with space and family and friends and all the stuff, regular living. Yeah, just want to provide an update and also share one topic I want to talk about. As I mentioned, I don't want to make video just for the sake of making video. I want to make video when I see a topic that I am interested in. So in this particular one, I want to talk about why people, not everyone is, why most people are not able to get wealthy and stay wealthy. Uh, a lot of times I read the Reddit posts. They're young people trying to make it in this world and trying to ask a lot of questions. Hey, how do I be rich? How do I make money quick within 3 months or something? So it always come down to several uh, advice for them. And I think those advice are very helpful because it helps me. I think if it helps a regular person like me to be able to make it, I think it can help a lot of people. I mean, these are the rules that I live by really. The first one is always live below your means. Really, seriously, if you don't live below your means, every single paycheck you earn, you make, you use it all to buy stuff that you want. You have nothing left. You're missing out a lot of potential growth with your money. So it's extremely important that you save and invest before you do anything else. So that's number one. Number two is um, understanding that the world is hard. It's getting harder. There's no one career that can make sure you will make it, right? So in my days, being a computer science major give you a really strong edge. However, nowadays it's not the same. Nowadays, if you have even if a decent job from a good university, there's no guarantee that you'll make it. There's just no guarantee because the competition is so high. So the next point I want to give it to you, it may sound like ridiculous, but it actually what you need to do is try to make as much money as you can, either with a paycheck or your own business. Because without a strong uh, monthly income, it's really hard to accumulate wealth over time. You really need that. For me, I was lucky. I was really lucky. Um, I graduate, get an internship, and then be able to get a good job. And while I stay very, you know, low income living, I'm able to save a lot and invest a lot. So that's how I use my 9 to 5 job to make a decent portfolio. So yes, you need to maximize the potential to have a monthly income that is really high. I know it sounds trivial, everybody knows, but yeah, the way of return for investment is relatively insignificant in the beginning. More importantly is how much you're able to save and invest. Your saving rate is so critical early on. I still remember when I have less than 100,000 in portfolio in investment, it was so painful to every single month and year, like nothing really changed, right? Like I got 30,000. Now I finally got 40,000. 2 years later, I may get 60,000. You don't feel like it's moving the needle. Um, Daily grind, keep grinding, and you still below 100K. A lot of people just give up. A lot of people just give up and like, yeah, it doesn't make any difference. I may as well just enjoy it now, take the vacation, and use it, right? At least I can buy some happiness, right? But then the numbers are magic. After 100,000 to reach 200 is significantly easier, and that's the magic of compounding. You don't see the effect when the curve is very uh, flat. You only see the effect when the compound even start growing, start the S curve start happening. After 250, um, things will be easier because even 5% is moving the needle. 10% is like, you know, 25,000, it's moving needle. Now you start feeling like, oh, okay, actually, a portion of this return, is already becoming a significant portion of can be a significant portion of my income. So that's why you want to get to a point where money, the number becomes significant enough for you to focus on, right? The earlier you can get to 100K, the better. I always say, get to the first 100K because you will less likely to give up on investing. And by the time you get to 250, 500, and then 1 million, I think you already feel the compounding effect, and you will start really focusing on it, become your high priority, because 4% means 40,000 already. 8% annual return means 80,000. Oh wow! If I just double it from here, I'm off the hamster wheel, right? So it's important to realize that beginning is hard, but it only get better. Most will fail at the beginning. All right, and then another one, pay attention to. Let me set my GPS. Oh, okay, another one to pay attention is absolutely avoid. Always understand the need versus want. When it comes to things you need in your life, you need to buy it. You need to search it, make sure you get the best price of it, and buy it. But when it comes to want, I really think twice, 3 times, 4 times, and I sometimes don't even buy it, regardless of the price and how much I can afford, how many times I can afford it. If something is just a want, it's not necessary, then I tend to, think twice before I buy it. Most of the time, I just don't, because I'd rather use that money to do compounding, investing it. It gives me more joy than the item itself. So, for example, I always long for a Porsche GT3 for years. I still haven't got one. It's expensive. It's not something that I can just go out there and buy it, right? I research it a lot, and then at the end of the day, I still cannot pull the trigger because it's so expensive. I feel like opportunity cost, I'm losing money relative to if I invest the money. Yeah. So understand every single purchase. Is it a want or is it a need? If it's a need, do it at a reasonable price, good price. If it's a want, think carefully, and hopefully you don't buy it. Okay. And then the fourth one is stop chasing hot stuff, great opportunity, the great next great things. A lot of times your success in investing is about consistency. You do the same thing again and again. It sounds like being stubborn. Oh, if you're being stubborn enough, you're gonna make it, because no matter how wrong you are, your clock is the needle gonna strike twice. No, that's not the point. That's exactly not the point. Consistency is important because if you look at money rotation into different asset class, sometimes they go into metal, sometimes they go into small cap, large cap, blue chip, crypto, blah, 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 right? The most important thing is keep your money safe in one place and also consistently not being too volatile. I understand. I'm talking about as somebody invests in Tesla, but Tesla is different. Tesla is a generational company. You have to look at the upside and downside before investing in it. But all I'm saying is, in general, you want to keep your portfolio minimizing volatility as much as possible. You don't want to chase the next quick thing, because by the time you realize it's a hot thing, that thing is already like being piled on by many other people. So you're just a next sucker. You need to have your original understanding on why that company is worth investing before a lot of people realize it. Right? You need to get in before a lot of people does. And when people tell you, well, for example, Tesla is so expensive, why don't you should sell, you should not buy. I'm telling them, dude, majority of my money are investing in Tesla when it's $15, right? So it's not like I'm buying millions and millions of it right now. I'm adding share when I see the deals, but I'm not actively putting millions and millions into it, right? The millions adding to Tesla, that kind of thing already done a long time ago. Now I'm simply waiting for the company to maximize the full potential. That's it. And I haven't seen Tesla maximize full potential yet. Optimus Robot being the next big thing. Yep. So never chase the next great hot thing, because you may not be the first mover. Most of people are already moving, and then they just try to evangelize you and buy the same thing so they can get out, right? Yeah, it's important to know that. What else? Okay. It's as important as what to do as in what not to do. Um, what not to do is so important. For example, there's some basic rule I talk about. There are companies, insurance, airlines, company, Chinese company, um, harmful product like tobacco or energy drink. I don't buy all those companies. Not because they're not, they do anything bad to me or anything. It's just that um, I believe if the product itself don't have a good intention for society, or they are extremely high risk when there's black swan event, I just don't want to deal with those stress, because I know who I am myself, right? I have certain risk tolerance level I can handle, and so those I cannot. For example, if there's a really bad earthquake and insurance company can go down, complete bankrupt it. So it's not something I wanted to worry about. I want a portfolio that can sustain itself, knowing that those companies in the portfolio still around 10 years without looking, right? That's what Warren Buffett said. Buy companies that you're comfortable owning for 10 years plus without looking. I don't think insurance company is one of those. So I don't invest in it. Doesn't mean you cannot. You should if you feel like it's a cup of tea, but it's just not mine. Um, so you have to identify list of things you don't want to invest. Right away, you eliminate a bunch of company that doesn't do you well. Okay, it may do other people well. It may be good for other people, but it doesn't have to be for you. Yeah. So that's what I want to share about it today. Um, Knowing that your portfolio and your strategy has to be long lasting. It should not be just changing over time that much. It should be consistent. And your lifestyle should match your philosophy, because accumulating wealth is not just like a, 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 a trendy thing, right? It has to be like a lifestyle change that matches you. So to me, that's the most sustainable way to invest is find a way that your lifestyle match your portfolio philosophy. Find a way that consistent. You can do it over time without thinking because it's come naturally. Pick the company. Have even write down your own mission statement, what to invest in, what not to invest in, and be consistent about it. Um, yeah, I hope it well. I hope you guys take this advice, do well. Uh, I'm not teaching you which company to buy, which company not to buy. It's up to you. But I'm teaching you the importance of having the right mindset for your portfolio. Okay, I hope this helped. If you find it useful, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye.